This be like us or become like us is over. And that's what the Americans cannot understand. They still believe that they have to lead. The world must be led by the Americans. And the reason they can't see it and they are in denial is that it's going down. Not the US as a state or a society, but as an empire. And all empires go down. There's no empire that has existed forever. So you may say the United States today is Titanic. The West is sitting as restaurants in Titanic, and the water is coming up around the windows. Now, instead of then reaching out and say, okay, our time is over, we will be one among many and we will cooperate with you, what they do is they insist on one thing, and that is to dominate by means of deception, untruths, narratives, and secondly, militarism. I would like to predict at this occasion, United States will go the same way as the Soviet Union because it is militarizing itself to death.
Now I will never be your hater, I'm your biggest fan. I hope it falls into place just how you planned it. Life could put you in a pickle, just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving, man. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, more importantly, you see the clip. Google a book first so you can find it on Amazon. Listen, me and my friends have talked about this for years. Solo TV 84, shout out to you about this. The empire of America is crumbling, and you see all the signs of it from around you. And for me, this is why you have all of this backlash, this fake outrage, you know, because America messed up. I'm gonna just say white America because white America is the face of America. And the issue is, white America pretty much owns and runs the country, right? And what you wind up seeing is a country was that has been crumbling because the smartest people, or supposedly the best and brightest people, either are criminals or exceedingly stupid from the good old boy system. And if y'all don't know what the good old boy system is, it's just white people hiring other white people, nepotism, nepotism and like a racial type of nepotism. And what you wind up with is a banking system that failed, that has is just screwed up now. They messed up the money. You have the government, looking like a complete failure. You got two sides of the government and they can't figure out how to balance the budget. And this has been going on for decades, right? You have a, a dwindling military in the sense of people are like, let me get in and get out because too much information has been put out on how the military takes care of people after they're out of the military. That is not good. I'm not going to sit here and trash the military in a sense because I know people who were in the military and a lot of vets, and they took the good with the bad. And there's a lot of good that we don't talk about. But in a general sense, I think even they would say that, their leadership, not necessarily generals, but let's just say the management or middle management under the generals and admirals and captains and all of that stuff. They're like, these fools are stupid. And for the most part, they don't know what they're doing. And here's the issue. Because of social media, you see other countries looking at, well, social media and technology. You see other countries getting a good look at America in real time and the things that go on in America in real time. And you start going, you know what? These people ain't that bright. These people don't really have it together like that. These people say this country is so great, but they're basically living off of the ghost of slavery past or World War One or World War II past when the country became a manufacturing hub for the world because the other countries were just bombed out. And then you start to look at it and you're like, what's really going on is when you see BRICS, you know, um, and you're seeing, the issue that we have with quote unquote the quote unquote issue we have with China, um, the looming issue you're going to see with the vast majority of the Eastern world, right? Is, oh yeah, we don't have to listen to y'all no more because y'all don't know what y'all doing. You were supposed to be a shining example of opportunity and excellence, and come to find out it's a game people play. When people look at all these industries, and you have all these groups of people from other countries and other cultures who come to America, and they're sitting there like, you know, how is it that, you know, I can only go so far in America when it's the land of the opportunity? People say the glass ceiling, Asian people say a bamboo ceiling. I have no idea what Hispanics say, um, because it's not a race. So the white people in the Hispanic race probably don't see no problems. The mestizos and the blacks probably see a problem. Um, so it's like, okay, but ultimately, America has lost its uh, the hearts and minds of the world, as the military would say. People's heart is not with America. People's mind is not within America. Even though people still fantasize about coming here to America and living in America because it has a better it looks better than what a lot of people's homelands. Then you get people who come from other countries and go, I want to go back home. I'm gonna get what I can get out of this country, and I'm gonna go back home. There is no the loyalty to be American has gone down the tubes. And then you see, when I brought up the financial part, it's really the psychological part, because you're seeing, so many white people in America, just having these dumb outbursts for no reason, because it's like, I still want to know that I'm white and American. I can do whatever I want to do and mess with whoever I want to mess with. And this, the interesting thing about it is this: me as a black man, I know how America is unfair to us as black people. And I've known how other groups kind of they straddle the fence like, yeah, it is, but I ain't you. And I've seen the increase of white America really start acting a fool with, say, Hispanic America or Asian America or, Arab America. And it's just like, what the like, wait a minute. And then you're starting to see how people in white America are starting to have the financial troubles are starting to, spill over, because, you know, the older generation is dying. They're leaving money to people, by the way, but people, and sometimes they're not. I'm just, but what you're seeing is, oh man, we're losing the country. It's losing the country. That whole we're losing the country kind of harkens to the, make America great again. But the world is not. The world's like, maybe y'all going crazy because you feel like you're losing the country because your population is dwindling and you're about to be a minority in your quote unquote own country. But you're losing the world. The world doesn't look at America as a beacon of anything anymore. It's like, oh, America is like, because of all of the global sabotage and the coups and the assassinations and just the undermining, the pillaging of resources in other places, and befriending people at the same time, befriending their enemies. And, it's like all of the, the international politics and interference make people have a disdain for America, especially the American government. So, and then you have people in America who have gone abroad to other countries and acted like they had no common sense and they were just idiots. You get what I'm saying? So people got a bad taste of America by Americans visiting abroad. So now all the reverence is out the door. And what you see, like, in white America is having a hard time. White America is having a hard time um, dealing with people who are not white America ignoring white America, in a sense of, it being predictable. We know what you're gonna do, and this, that, and the third. We know you always, a victim and scamming. You're always projecting your insecurities on somebody else, type of thing. And now it's to the point where it's like, I'd rather not talk to you. So now, it's not, where they're up here and everybody else is here and we're trying to become that. Now it's like, man, forget them people. Their time is over with. And the backlash of their time is over with is the foundation for all these ridiculous outbursts. Because, just financially the empire is over. And when the empire is over financially, you got to pay for everything else. So it's all downhill from there. But tell me what you think about it, man. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
You ever been to the
Something
top of
ain't
the universe?
I'm gonna tell you that.